So one lesson I want you to learn very early on our defense journey is that you must always adapt to suit your attacker, okay? I do a lot of like corporate seminars and corporate workshops, and then it's more about talking to everybody and making them aware. Look, you can't really train somebody in a workshop, but what I then focus on is to make them aware of what it is that you are actually going to be dealing with if somebody attacks you, okay? So in this video, I'm going to convey that to you as well, so that you actually know what to expect. Who is the person behind their attacker? Okay, now let's start off with they are not a civilian. Now, you might say, well, I'm very prejudiced or stereotyping or whatever, but it is true. Let's say two babies are born. When they are born, they're both born civilian babies. Even if their parents are criminals or their parents are terrorists, they are both born civilians, okay? These two babies are born, they're twins, okay? Share the same DNA, everything, and there we go. They're civilian. They grow up, and at the age of 9, the one twin decides he wants to commit crime. He expresses the urge to do crime. He wants to beat people up. He wants to steal stuff. That's what he wants to do. That's at the age of 9. He's not a criminal, okay, because he hasn't gone over to commit the act. He grows up. By the age of 15, he's completely changed. He doesn't want to do it. He's never committed a crime. He's still a civilian. The other brother was a really good guy, and by the age of 13, 14, he got into drugs and decided to steal something, okay, or to rob somebody at knife point for money so that he can go buy drugs. The second he did that and he committed that crime, that made him a criminal. So what makes you a criminal or a civilian is your behavior. Okay, just the word civilian comes from civil. It's somebody that acts in a civil way. Criminal is somebody that acts in a criminal way. Okay, you're breaking the law. So it's impossible for a civilian to be a criminal. It's just a civilian changes over into a criminal, and a criminal can obviously pay the price for his crimes, turn his back on crime, and then behave as a civilian going forward. That's a different story. He's a civilian. Okay, he's rehabilitated, he's a civilian. But what you need to understand, somebody's history and future's got nothing to do with you. At the time that you are attacked, okay, because I'm teaching you guys to defend yourselves, okay, at the time that you are attacked, you are only attacked by a criminal or a terrorist. It can't be a civilian that attacks you, because unless it's a legal attack, like you both signed up for a boxing fight, with a specific rule set, and then that's legal. But any other attack where it's against your will is going to be a criminal attack. It's going to be a crime. It's something where you could go to a police station afterwards and open up a case. That constitutes a crime. Okay, so you have to get rid of the perceptions and socioeconomic stuff and politics and whatever. All I'm interested is you at that moment of attack. Remember, I said I'm creating this video or this defense class as if I'm training my own kids. Okay, or as if I'm training the instructors to train my own kids if I'm not here. So I don't care about my kids' feelings at that stage. Okay, you need to know you are attacked, it's a criminal attacking you. His whole rule set is completely different. That's why he committed the crime anyways, okay? At that moment when he attacks you, his heart rate is going to be pumping. He also probably justified why he's doing the crime. So he's got reasons why he does it. And although he knows he's doing something wrong, okay, he still thinks of himself as probably the good guy in the scenario. Or he's not doing something wrong, but there's a reason why he's doing it. Okay, he can always justify it. But other than that, even if he sees himself as a bad person, he's definitely not going to volunteer to lose. So he comes, he puts a knife against your throat, he's robbing you for whatever reason, he is going to fight back if you fight back. It's going to happen. Okay? So you have to always remember that the person attacking you is a criminal. You need to then not become a criminal, but you need to adapt to suit him in that motion. Because you're sitting with somebody that's already proven that they can break the law. They are probably going to be aggressive, okay? They're going to fight back for their own lives so that they don't lose. Either they lose the weapon they are using to attack you, or they don't lose their freedom, or they don't lose their life. They're going to fight just as hard as you, okay? And then you must remember, that in many cases, the criminal that attacks you is probably a full-time criminal, where you at very most is doing defense on a part-time basis. Okay, so you have to adapt to suit your attacker / criminal / terrorist. You can't expect them to adapt to suit you. You'll have to do what you have to do at that moment. There's no question about it. Okay, so that brings me to the last point. When do you then fight back? And my answer to that is, you only fight back if your life is in danger or the life of somebody close to you is in danger. Okay, you never fight back for your possessions, simply because you do not have information about this person that's being attacking you. Okay, I don't know, he maybe ran past, grabbed your handbag, and he's got 5 meters between you and him. You chase after him, hold onto the handbag, pull him back. He freaks out, pulls out a knife that you didn't see, and stabs you in the neck, and you're dead. There's actually a real example of that that happened not far from my studio a couple of years ago. Okay, so you don't want to fight for possessions. I'm not saying I'm going to donate my possessions just like that, but I kind of do this on a full-time basis, and I kind of have a decent skill level. Okay, but if I always say, always overestimate your attacker and always underestimate your own skill before you fight. Once the fight starts, there's no backing down. You have to fight like you're going to fight like if you stop, you're going to die. The only way I can do that is by tapping into your aggression, where you know there's no option for you to stop. Then I can get a girl that is 60 kilograms and she can fight off a guy that's 100 kilograms because she knows if she stops, she's dead. Okay, or she's going to be raped, or she's going to be severely, badly injured. Okay, so then that's the case where she needs to fight. But I do not want a girl to run behind an attacker in a dark alley because he stole her iPhone. It's not worth it. Let it go. Same for you guys. Everybody always thinks the guys can fight. They can't. Okay, doesn't matter how good you can fight. If you run behind somebody into a dark alley and you don't know what you're into, and boom, there's a knife, there's a gun pointing straight at you, and you're 3 meters away, what are you going to do? You're suddenly going to say, "Oh, I didn't mean to run after you. Sorry, sir." No, you're probably going to get shot, or they're probably going to keep you up and then rob you of even more. Okay, so pick your fights. I'm going to explain all the principles as we carry on with the lessons. But I need you to listen to this, what I'm saying here. You will always have to adapt to suit your attacker. Your attacker will probably have a significant advantage over you in terms of the element of surprise. They might be on drugs. They might have a lot more experience in violence than you. Okay, it's completely lopsided. Okay, the only thing that you can do to fight back is you can use the element of surprise, solid principles, okay? And then I need you to tap into your aggression, which means I don't need you to have a back door open in the back of your head, because then you're not going to be able to commit to what you have to do. Okay, so, and then you'll need to fight like hell. When do you fight? You fight when your life is in danger, or the life of a family member, somebody that's close to you, is in danger. That doesn't always have to constitute death, but it also needs to, it sometimes is something like, a rape's going to affect you for the rest of your life. Okay, somebody that breaks a shoulder or like going to create serious, grievous harm, like cut your arm off or whatever. I don't want to go into gruesome explanations, but those warrants, surely that warrants places to fight back. If somebody's trying to kidnap you, you're not going to die at that moment, but you don't know what happens after they kidnapped you. You fight back. Somebody's trying to hijack you. You can get to that, and they want to push you into the car. That essentially is going to turn into hijacking, or into a kidnapping. You fight back. So fight back for your life. Leave the possessions for now. Thank you.